Hi, good evening, and here I am again to present to you one of my creations, a crepe. A beautiful, luscious crepe for dinner. It's the most delicious thing I've tasted in a crepe in a long time. As a matter of fact, the last time I tasted something like this, I was in my 20s working my way through university in Alberta. And I remember this luscious crepe with spinach and mushrooms, and so I've decided to create this recipe to commemorate my university days. So let's get started. On the stove, I have my mushrooms and my onions already sauteing in the butter and the oil. I'm going to add to that 1 cup of frozen spinach that I've thawed, and I've squeezed all the juices out. So in that goes 1 cup. To that, I'm going to add a pinch of nutmeg, just a pinch, and I'm using today this phenomenal light spinach cream cheese. So this half a tub, I've got half a tub left because I've been using it, goes right in with the spinach. So in that goes. And it's a perfect medium for this crepe. It's luscious. So that's going to melt away. So while that's melting, I'm going to switch pots. Because we're making crepes, I want to show you how to make a crepe. Now, here's a little time-saving tip. When you're making crepes, make the batter ahead of time. And always, always strain your crepe batter before you start to use it. So this batter will make approximately 5 crepes, so I'm going to use 2 tonight for Carl and I, and the rest I'm going to save for dessert for another day. It's perfect. So let's get started on our crepes. My pan is hot. Take about 1 ladleful into the center of the pan, and you just circle until you get the size that you want. And that heats up, and away it goes. Your pan stays on about a medium-high heat, and when it's brown, you flip it over and you get started. So I've got this going. On the back, I've got my spinach filling. My spinach cream cheese is melting away back here. My mushrooms. It's absolutely perfect. Also to this, in the back, I want to add about a half a cup of white sauce. So I've got a white sauce on the stove as well, which also is going to be my topping. So about a half a cup of white sauce into that. And that's perfect. I'm just going to turn that up. That goes up, and now this is melting away back here. Oh, it's lovely. And to that, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of green onions. So I've just chopped some green onions, and in they go. In they go. That's the phone. Just ignore it. We're cooking. Not answering the phone. There we go. So it's melting away on the back here. It's really, this is an amazing recipe. To that, I'd like to add a little bit of sharpness. So I'm going to grate in 1 tablespoon of Parmesan cheese. It's perfect. So look at these beautiful mushrooms that we've already got in there. Aren't they lovely? They're already in my crepe batter, in my crepe filling. So stir that up. Now this crepe is just about ready to come off. So I'll flip that over. That's hot. Be careful with that. Okay, my sauce, top sauce is ready to go. My filling is almost ready to go. That's how simple this is. We're almost ready to plate. Oh, it's lovely. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, now in that also goes dill. So I'm going to just chop up some fresh dill that I have here. Some fresh dill, that goes in my filling as well. You definitely want the dill taste. I think that's the trick. With the cream cheese, I think the dill really makes a difference. So let's start to plate, shall we? I've got my crepe ready to go. I've made it before. I take half of this and I scoop it into, oh, I've got to turn on my oven. Sorry, forgot about my oven. Half of my filling goes right into this crepe, and it's luscious and hot. And that's the way you want it, because it's going to go into the griddle or the broiler to just brown the sauce on top. So I'm going to close my crepe up and spray my dish. So I've sprayed my baking dish, and in goes my crepe. It's beautiful. It's hot, it's luscious, it's gorgeous. Now, on top of that, see, that's my crepe. That's all ready to go. My luscious crepe. So that's ready to go for my second one. So on top of my crepe, I just pour my white sauce that I made earlier, and into the white sauce I've got half a cup of white sauce and half a cup of Philadelphia cream cheese, the spreadable kind. And just before I do that, I'm going to add a little bit of fresh spinach right into the white sauce so it incorporates, and of course, just a little bit of dill for inside my white sauce. Now that goes on top of my crepe. Now that goes into my oven, and I'm going to broil it quickly. Yeah, that looks beautiful. So now we're going to plate, shall we? I've got spinach here ready to go, I've got my dill ready to go, and I have my plate ready to go, so that's perfect. So here we have my plate for my crepe. There we go. Out of the oven comes my crepe that I made earlier for you. And it's hot and it's luscious. There we go. Now on top of that, what I want, of course, is my fresh dill, because it's so nice this time of year. So we're just going to put a sprig of fresh dill on the end, and a little bit of green onion on top, and a little bit of fresh spinach. It's perfect. So there is my spinach crepe entree. And I've used tonight a new cream cheese that I just found in the supermarket, the spinach light Philadelphia cream cheese. So here we have it. I hope you enjoy it. My crepe for the evening. Thanks. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.